welcome, everybody. Hoping everyone can hear me, because there seem to be some weird oddities happening tonight with proceedings. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Welcome. Greetings, greetings. Pull up a chair, grab a seat. Get a glass of the good stuff. It's time to celebrate again. Because not only have we won once, we have now won twice. With the recent announcement, bombshell drop, that was the remaster for 4, 5, and 6. Almost said 3 there for a second, but cheers. Holy shit. Weren't expecting that. Not this quickly. Hello, everybody. Just gonna take a moment to check out who's in the chat and say thank yous to everyone who's just been bombarding with me with notifications. Alchemic Siege, thank you very much for the resub for 37 months now. Thank you. Thank you. Stalwart has been a tier 1 sub for 40. Thank you very much there. Happy 40 months, y'all. I feel stronger now because AOD Remaster is real. I know, I can't believe it, and we will get to talking about that toot sweet. Asthanolon. Wait, Asthanol? One of those. Asta. One of the two. Hello. Thank you very much for the sub for 2 months. Sorry that I butchered your name several times there. Second bout as well. Thank you very much for the 40 months. Of course, this means Steve will have to play Red Alert again. Yes. So many good things. Yes, but Red Alert is definitely going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to end up playing through again. Who have we got in the chat? We've got Norik, we got UZ Racer, Infra, Alchemic Siege, Odd Molly Ollie, Geek Raider, Fuchsia Rosa, Daisco, Chemic, Bakamura. Oh, hello, Cat. Look, Ventipus is here. Hello. Moon Spirit, Scotty Lodinson, Elric, Jackie Chan F, Otis Beer Streams, Zombie Biker, Ryan the Yorkshireman, Prime Zera, hello Carly. Sarah's out and about today, so thank you for being a free moderator tonight. B-Layer, welcome. RS Ray, Stowat, Lamb John, JP, hello JP, Infra, UZ Racer, thank you for the clip there, B-Layer. Frank RTW, yo! And a raid as well, holy crap. Cheers, everybody. Hello, Pusscat. Hello, you. Finally come back. Yes, you have, Fish. Hello, Mr. Push Boy. Hello, Push Boy. Jonathan Wolf, thank you very much there for the follow. Ven22, welcome. Tenwin, welcome. So many cool people here tonight. Pedro, Nako, 360. Ian A. Graham, welcome to you both. Hello, Cat. Ah, so many lovely people. Ghostblade, hello. How's it going, Ghostblade? You doing okay, bud? Welcome. But yes, if I've missed anybody, I apologise. Oh, Neen Speech is here. Hello. How you doing, Neen? You right? DJ Full, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Bartley's Hideout, hello. Been looking forward to my thoughts, have you? Tater Tot DW, thank you very much there for the Prime sub. Hey everybody, the sexiest bastard of them all has decided to join, of course. And thank you for gracing us with your presence. Thank you for complimenting my puss, Mr. Ghostblade. I feel like we're living in a good age for us Tomb Raider fans. Not so short after being done with the remasters, we get another one. Which leads me to think that they've had this in the pipeline since the first remasters dropped. Because you don't just release a remaster collection of 3 games that are coming out in under a year's time now, at the same date, without it being planned. You know, it's definitely something that they've had probably tucked away under their sleeve for a while now. Lao remaster, maybe. But firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it over to over here, and then we're going to see about having a look at the trailer. I'm hoping that my feed is all good, because at the moment my video feed seems to be a bit crap. Video resolution is fine, bandwidth is fine, audio source, yeah, and everything is good. Don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, it's only detecting one thing. Unless I've not done anything on my end. Ah, that's why. That may be why when I tried to do this surprise thing earlier, it didn't fucking work again. As per usual. There we go. Right. Let's turn down Mr. Connolly for a second. By the way, to everyone who was a part of Derby, I hope you had a great time. And if I didn't get a chance to sort of like talk to anyone on video call, I really hope that you did have like a really cool time over there. Thank you to everyone who has been sort of like sending me pictures, and special thank you to Failed Comedian, I don't know if he's here tonight, for actually gifting me this, one of the Curtis Trent journals. Let me just bring that up on the chat. So for those of you who might have missed out, or you may have even seen me talk about this on my Angel of Darkness video, but they actually sold. I had to give this back. This was I had a copy of this, but I had to give it back because it was only stuff that was on loan from the Dark Angel Symphony project. But they were reselling. No, please puss. No Ventipus. It's not for you to play with. And they were reselling some leftover stock at Derby, and I was gutted that I was going to miss out on getting some. So Failed Comedian offered to actually get that for me, and I said, "Oh, just give me." Ben, he's biting the tassel. It's not for you to play with. There we go. So I was like, "Oh, just let me know how much it is, and I'll give you the cash." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna send this to you." And it's an amazing. If you haven't seen this before or seen any close-ups of this, it's basically. Aha! Croft roll. The audience doesn't work in full screen mode. It's basically a handwritten journal with like a whole bunch of stuff and backstory from Murty, from the perspective of Curtis Trent from Angel of Darkness, and it's a beautifully drawn, intact piece of material and fan material. Sorry, the cat is just having an absolute field day with this because it's just the longest tassely thing in the world, and he is excited by it. Just turn the music up just a smidge so you got a bit of music there. But what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at the trailer again and sort of refamiliarize ourselves with how it all looks, what it all like smells, smells like, all of the good stuff basically. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Oh, and for some reason that's just turned up to max volume. I'm so sorry. Right, let me just get that ready. Here we go. I'm going to watch it through first, and then we'll kind of go through frame by frame, like we've done before.
Time to put things right.
This just kind of came out of complete nowhere.
Got a feeling this isn't quite what it seems.
And I love that this has just been dropped on us.
Give a girl a break.
Boom. Tomb Raider 1 to 6 remastered on everything. No console restrictions, no port problems, just everywhere. So let's just go through the beginning of this again. What the fuck? Tomb Raider 1950s panel. Oh, there's one of those AI generated things. So we're going to basically just go through now and sort of scrub through this a bit frame by frame just to see what we can kind of like glean from this. We're also going to be taking a look at the leaked achievement list that got put out there for the Xbox achievements, and getting an idea of what sort of content would be added back into certain games like the Angel of Darkness. And it's going to be very interesting because I had a brief glimpse, but I've not looked at, purposefully not looked at any of this properly, just so we can sort of all sit down together and have a bit of a chinwag and a discovery, a group session. I'm not doing too bad. How about you? Love from Sweden. Hello. Hello. There's bound to be an achievement called I Feel Stronger. There's bound to be. So right from the get-go, the first place they show us is the Colosseum from the Rome level. And I'm not going to do frame by frame. entirely. And yeah, this completely missed me on my first watch, but Dean's right. This is the church from Ireland, and it's looking a hell of a lot better, isn't it, compared to its original incarnation. But what's going to be interesting to me is, remember when I was talking about this particular segment, how they tried to be more intricate and detailed with the level design, but it didn't quite work in some areas because it kind of caused problems with traversing the environments a bit more. I'm kind of going to be interested to see how this stacks up now that they're going to plonk it into a new engine, and also if we're going to run into the same problems or if they've actually had a chance to refine them and make the hitboxes. Like, for example, these chairs here were a pain in the arse to run past, especially if you had ghosts chasing or skeletons chasing after you. But aesthetically, this looks so much better than it did in the original game. So much better. Whiskey good. There's another shot from the side of the Colosseum. It's all looking very nice. This was the point where I think everyone collectively lost their shit. This point right here, where they showed the screenshot of the Hall of Seasons, was just the point where everyone's dreams came true, basically. Everyone who wanted to have, like, a second go around with the rest of the trilogy of the original core games getting remastered. This was the confirmation that everybody was hoping and praying for. And we got it. We got this essentially big confirmation that they're going to be actually tackling the Angel of Darkness, which is insane to me. And I have been saying for a long time, and if you follow me on my channel and like watch my streams and stuff, you've no doubt heard me a few times saying about this particular project, how I thought if they're going to remaster them, they were probably going to just do like 2 games instead of 3, because like including Angel of Darkness would just be a huge gamble and a lot of work. But it seems like that they just threw caution to the wind and are going for it, which is amazing. Really is amazing. Hey Gecko Kids, missed you too, man. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to talk to you over the weekend, but I hope you had a good time, man. I've seen some really interesting pictures. Hello Hunter Biscuit as well. Sandra VU. Literally screamed at the announcement. Yes. Belair, thank you very much for resubscribing. Wicked Mr. E, thank you very much for the follow. And Sandra as well, thank you so much. Right, let's continue. Oh, shout out to the Skelly boy just down there. What's going to be really interesting before we kind of go on with this is, to me, the biggest hurdle that Angel of Darkness has is the controls. And what will be really fascinating, because they're going to obviously offer 2 control schemes, aren't they? They're going to offer the classic control scheme for people to switch to and the modern one. But with the way that works with the classic games, it's going to be interesting to see how they implement it for Angel of Darkness, because unless they add Angel of Darkness into the same engine as per se as like the rest of the games that have been remastered have been added to, it's going to be quite the jarring change, I think, for people to go back to Angel of Darkness and use the original control scheme. Or they could do something to try and unify the controls for every single one. They can't necessarily do it for the classic controls, but I reckon they could probably do it for the modern control scheme. For sure. Shout outs to the lava room. It actually looks like, it still looks plasticky. It's still got that PS2 funk on it. I'm kind of hoping that they take notes from the PlayStation 2 version of this and add like all the heat waves on top of the lava to make it look really cool. Because that was one of the things that we went through fairly recently, actually. We went through playing the PS2 version of Angel of Darkness just to compare and contrast how it is compared to the PC version that most people have available to them. And it was really fascinating to see what stuff was missing and what stuff wasn't. And if I was any kind of developer and Angel of Darkness fan working on this, I would be working my arse off to make sure that all of the stuff that people have been making patches for, have been making mods for, all the stuff that was like lost from the transition to PC from PS2 was back in here. Like the glowing glove from Eckhart when he puts his hand on Oh, Gunderson's shoulder. There we go. Also fixing glitches like the missing Obscura painting in one particular shot. And also including like visual effects where they have like heat waves and stuff for like the lava and other fire sources and stuff to give it a more cinematic flair. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? You right? Just being abused by my toddler. Fair enough. Just another day in the Lindsay household, I guess. I mean, they got smoke. If I just dial that back a bit, you can kind of see puffs of smoke there. So they're obviously going to be adding some kind of effect, but just when you're walking through, just would be quite interesting to see how far from this particular announcement trailer the next kind of gameplay trailer we get will be advanced, because there are some things in here that look a little bit weird, but it kind of sort of says to me that this is obviously still in early development to a degree, but there's also time for them, plenty of time to sort of like tune things up, which is what they did for the original 3 remasters when that eventually got dropped from the original trailer. Look at those. They're definitely going to be up-resing the textures, and it's going to be looking awesome, and it already does look really good. Pitch your stop, drop, and roll mechanic again, see if it gets in. I mean, I'd love to, but I have no influence. I have no influence. The best I could do is to come out with a really shit hot upscaled FMV pack and see if they use it. Here we go, as the Mona Peter. You can see him majestically scowling upon Laura in the background there. But what's quite interesting is the character model that they've used for this. I don't know whether or not this is an early model or whether or not it's just something to do with the lighting in this room. Something about this just looks off to me. I can't be the only one thinking that she looks a little bit waxy in this particular shot. But again, this is like probably like post-beta footage, and they're still in the early days of developing, and this could completely change by the time we get around to actually playing it. They've used very early build assets in this trailer from months ago. Oh, so you're obviously finger in the pie again, Mr. Nephilim. How you doing, Chris? You all right? Thank you very much for the 5 bits there, Peter. Can't wait to see Cairo remastered and might actually be able to finish it and push through the burnout to complete Tomb Raider 4. That's what I'm hearing a lot of people react with. I'm hearing a lot of people basically saying, oh, I wasn't able to finish these games. Now I've got the excuse and the reason to go through them and actually complete them, which is great. Yeah, so we've already got kind of soft confirmation from someone on the inside, I guess, now in the chat that this is just what I thought. Early character model. This will be refined, because it did look a bit strange. This, however, before, Jesus Christ, like this is my I think this is probably one of my favorite levels from Tomb Raider 4, and it looks bloody amazing. Like compared to how it did originally, this is just crazy good with the smoke and the motion blur on the scenery. It's leaps and bounds better. Leaps and bounds better. I know from a good source that the assets are from an early build, but I've got nothing to do with it yet. Fair enough. Yeah, the dust, like the kicked up dust and stuff and the fog just makes it look so good. Hey, Vanilla, welcome. Forcing my pal Kyle to play through 1 through 3 remasters and buying them when they went on sale. Fair enough. Put the Legend Peru bike chase music over this bit. You could actually. It did remind me a lot of that particular chase part from Legend aesthetically. Already just a few screenshots. It just looks amazing. Scrub through 1 frame at a time. Oh, so there we go. So there's a bit of a better shot of the train carriage there. But yeah, it's cool how they're implementing effects and stuff again. Another before and after. Dramatically different lighting. And I know a lot of people who are like, to them, this is their favorite Tomb Raider game. So there's going to be a lot of scrutiny on this one, for sure. And this particular game, as well as Tomb Raider 3 to a degree, hella dark compared to what it is in the remaster with proper lighting. Proper lighting, you know what I mean? But, my God, it looks so good. It's actually going to make me want to play through The Last Revelation again. That's how good this is. The spinning saw blades with the... Oh yeah, the spikes. This is interesting for me, because I reckon... Remember in the original version of this, how the spikes were kind of like vortexed and like almost like expanded and shrank in the game to make it look like these spikes were coming out of the ground and trying to attack you? It looks kind of a bit weird. I'd be interested to see how they try to tackle it this time, whether or not they're able to implement a more convincing looking effect. Probably, actually. Hey, Mad Rat. Yes, now you won't have to spam flares all the time, for sure. For sure. Adventures of Clara Loft. Oh yeah, spoilers, by the way. So this is the finale, when you escape from the Chamber of Set. When he's been a very naughty boy and needs a bit of a timeout. And this bit is interesting because this part is actually from the demo reel that plays in the menu for Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation. So with the previous games, they had a menu system where obviously it was mimicking the radial menu, which I am a personal big fan of. I don't like the menu system that they went for with these particular entries. Apart from Angel of Darkness, I thought that was pretty stylish. So it looks like with this particular one, they're going the route of probably mimicking the same menus that they had in Chronicles and Last Revelation. But what will be interesting to me, at least, is with the original remasters, at least, you could skip between them up and down, and it was quite seamless, and it didn't really have that much of a jarring change. The fact that they're now including, like, full animated scenes behind all the menu options and stuff that you're going to be navigating is going to be interesting. So I'm wondering whether or not, instead of going up and down the menu, which seems like a more natural thing for the classic games, 1 to 3, they might go side to side. Like, you might start off with the leftmost one being Last Revelation, and then you sort of, like, scroll through to the right to go to Chronicles 1, and then you scroll through to the right to get to the Angel of Darkness. And it would make sense from that point of view to go from left to right instead of up and down, because the amount of up and down you have to do in those menus to navigate it would just be a pain in the arse. You would keep accidentally, like, you want to switch to a next game and you have to go through, like, several different options in order to get to, like, the next one. So going left to right makes sense. Sorry if I've been missing stuff in the chat. Fun facts. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. In one of the Disney comics, does exist a character named Clara Loft. She's a cow specializing in archaeology. Fair enough. I hate that they took the PS1 versions of the games whilst the PC version looked stunning and the lighting was the biggest strength of the PC version. Another thing that's going to be really useful in 4 and 5 is the icon that shows you that you can interact with stuff when you get nicks. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. One thing that is going to be a massive, massive major improvement to 4 and 5 is the fact that that interact icon is going to save so many headaches. It's going to be legendary. It's going to be legendary. The amount of time that is saved by the simple inclusion of a little icon over something saying that you can actually use it instead of just having to guess. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how much time I wasted with these two games doing that. So that's good that they're actually going to be having that thing to fall back on. Will they put the time special level on? That's a very good question, considering that all the other games so far have included the exclusive stuff. I've not actually played through the Times exclusive Tomb Raider 4 level. So if they could include that somehow, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Will you go through the trophy list? I know Radicast did his analysis. Yes, I will be going. We will be going through the trailer list, achievement list after the trailer analysis. So hold your horses. Hope AOD menu won't be broken because of the merge. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm fully expecting when you swap in between them, there will be a slight transition to make it look more seamless. It won't just be a straight cut. That'd just be silly. And I know that loads of people would want to keep as much of Angel of Darkness intact as possible, and they'd be stupid to do anything otherwise. Right. Oh. Interesting thing that I noted there. Just going to scroll this back. I don't know if you caught this, actually. But there's like little snippets of footage happening like behind these particular parts here. But what got me interested is if you look at Angel of Darkness on the right, I don't remember, she's doing melee attacks. I don't remember this glow happening ever. And I'm hazarding a guess that this is some kind of cut content that they're re-implementing in order to get the timing down for the full combo. Can't wait to see Von Croy's saggy balls in HD. Oops, did I highlight this? Yes, you did. Caught in 4K. Hello, Agent O-Snake. Lindar, hello, hello. Sorry if I've missed a whole bunch of messages. I hope everyone's doing okay. It's when she gets tasered. Interesting. So when you get tasered in that game, does that like not stop you doing any kind of comboing at all? I'd assume the guard is either carrying a flashlight or shooting a stun gun. Okay, so not some kind of visual cue to help people with the combos. Although, interestingly enough, I'm trying to sort of see if he's actually in a position to use the stun gun. I think he might be. Yeah, I think that is the stun gun. Interesting. But I'm hoping to God that the combo system is going to be easier to pull off, because the amount of times that you've probably seen me do this, that I try to do when I try to kill those mutants just with my bare hands, and trying to pull off the combo consistently was just not happening. Just not happening at all. Yeah. So someone earlier in the chat said that when she turns the pipe valve, it's a different model. That, to me, this is classic graphics mode. It has to be, because that's the original PS2 version of her. Which I think, in some ways, looks better. At least, like, compared to the version that they got in this trailer. No dissing on Comrade's work. Comrade's work is, like, amazing, so I have no doubt he's going to knock it out of the park with, like, the character models in this. But I've said for a very long time that I think Angel of Darkness's design of Lara Croft is peak. I think the version of the character that you get there, like the design of her, is just peak. It's just peak. It's just that they really hit the nail on the head of what she should look like in the big high poly 3D era of her.
Got a feeling.
Yeah, but that is definitely the PS2 classic graphic mode. It has to be.
This isn't quite what it.
That is the catsuit from Chronicles. Not having pistols. If there's one thing that I can say to people who are possibly here, who know the developers for this, and I'm going to say this for them very slowly, and hopefully they will hear me, put the fucking pistols in VCI. Please. Please, 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 please put the pistols in VCI. If anything, for visual continuity, because she goes in with them. The cutscene starts with her blasting in with pistols, but for the rest of it, she doesn't have anything. Put the pistols in VCI. You know you want to. You know you want to. It makes sense. It's the right thing to do. It's correct. Pistols in VCI. God damn it, please.
It seems.
Because just think about, like, the fact that this entire chapter is yes, it won't be like the original per se, but it's at least going to be a damn sight better than what they did in the original, at least in my book, because it gives you something to fall back on when you don't have ammo for a gun that has 3 different fucking fire modes. A silencer. And you also put it in the cutscene beforehand. That's what gets me. Every time. Every time. But this looks cool. The tightrope mechanic. Again, character model for this. Looks great. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Would definitely wear a catsuit again. This room looks better. Holy shit, this room looks so much better. I think out of all of them, apart from Angel of Darkness, this is going to be the game that I'm second most looking forward to playing through again. Holy shit, the lighting. Just look at it. It's like it's like, for legal reasons, Lara Croft wished to remain anonymous. I got my words out eventually. And then bam! Lightsaber goes across the screen and there we go, full lighting. But she has got the She has got the TR4 leotard on this time, with the fleshy hip action and the low-cut booba. Sorry, I don't know why. I don't know why this made me chuckle. But it's just like, oh, hello, Mr. Snake. Oh! I'm on fire! And this one, this is a cool room. Admittedly, this is, like, visually one of the coolest rooms in Last Revelation, for sure. For sure. I'm just hoping, like, Under the Sphinx and stuff like this is going to be much more enjoyable for people, especially first-timers. I hope it's not going to, like, bend them over a barrel too much and steal their lunch money, if you know what I mean. I hope it's going to be ease them in gently. I worry the colours of the lighting will be washed out. I mean, yeah, it's modern, but I love colours. I don't think you'll lose too much. If anything, as a measure of quality, just go for what you've got with the remasters and then go from there, because that is pretty much what you're going to get. And if you want to adjust the colours, then I'd imagine that with at least with the PC version, you should be able to adjust some kind of like sweet effects preset or something to get it to more your liking. Although, admittedly, you should be able to just, like, adjust the colour saturation and everything within the settings, but I digress. Here we go, remaster version. This is the slightly shinier Angel of Darkness Croft. Last Revelation. Sand Room. Set. Hello, Green Mullet, how's it going, buddy? Oh yeah, young Lara is not something that we've seen yet. Young Lara could still look like nightmare fuel, or she could look like jailbait. One of the two. Tomb Raider. Yes. So that was the trailer, and I'm just now going to quickly have a look at the legal speak, because we kind of had Legacy of Kain Remastered sort of spoiled the last time that they dropped a trailer for the remaster of Tomb Raiders. But there doesn't appear to be any kind of goofs in there. It's just stuff to do with Epic Games and Crystal Dynamics and Aspyr. So, yeah, very much looking forward to this. I mean, if there's anything I will say, it's that in a couple of areas, the lighting for Angel of Darkness looks a bit flat. But again, I'm sure Jason Chester is working on this again, and he can work his magic. To like Hall of Seasons, to me, looks a little bit too well lit. I think it could be doing with a bit more like dynamic lighting going on here, but all in all, it's looking really cool. I just like the fact that this exists, like most of you here probably are. Really hyped for Ireland, especially the Undead Horseman, for sure. Let's watch it again. Why not? I just sort of thought of something, actually. I can't wait to see Lara kick a man into a burning furnace pit in like 4K. Another thing, stealth, because apparently, and we'll point this out in the achievements list as well. Apparently, they're going to be implementing moves that were cut from the original release as well. Like if anyone's played through Angel of Darkness and installed a couple of mods. Some of them have restored moves like the one where she's in stealth mode, but she's against a corner of a wall and she can poke out and fire. It was a bit janky, but if they can implement all of this well, it can be amazing.
Got a feeling this isn't quite what it seems. Give a girl a break.
Remastered Curtis, yes, Sazula. What the heck is Curtis? Like, Comrade's version of Curtis is going to make or break the Phantom. It's probably more going to break it. Okay, so we have had a look at the trailers, and now what I'm going to do now is essentially just load up a site which has a bunch of achievements on this, and we're just going to scroll through these and try and see what we can actually glean information-wise from this particular achievement list. So There only seems to be... It says DLC, Tomb Raider 4. So 64 achievements for Tomb Raider 4. These are all pretty much ones for just completing all of the different levels. There's one here called Lie Down Beside Your Predecessor. I have no idea what that's going to be. Remastered, Leave Me Alone, I'm Busy. Remastered Edgy Mr. Bean. It is really nice to hear Jonelle, isn't it? It is. Her voice, her line delivery in these games is top notch. Chat, does anyone know the name of the second track in the trailer? I can't remember the track off the top of my head. I'm sure some bright spark in the chat will be able to actually get that information for you. They should replace Curtis and remastered with Steve. No, don't do that. I'm flattered, but no. They'll just keep making me run off edges and killing me repeatedly. Presumably a Von Croy thing. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. So the question is, how much can they / should they fix about Angel of Darkness? Is it just fixing what is there, or are they adding missing content? What do I think? So that's a good question. And off the top of my head, I think what they will probably focus on is making sure that all of like the big game-breaking crashing bugs are gone. They're also going to try and make the controls far more palatable and less janky. And also with cut content, and you'll see when we get to the Angel of Darkness achievements, I've already seen ones that say and suggest that they're going to re-implement stuff that was cut back into it. Like, for example, a certain herbalist and also a certain pair of pistols that we never got to actually use outside of cheats. So we'll go through the achievements and we'll chat through more of that. Regular virtuoso, get to the iris in 1 minute 30 or less using the route of the virtuous. Get to the iris in 1:55 using the path of the heretical. I didn't even realize that these different paths had official names. Ah, Birdman, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Self-defense guide. Make 3 jackals and 3 scorpions be defeated by fire in the Tomb of Set. Average tea party. Defuse the blade trap by yourself in the Tomb of Set. Croft Tomb Racing. Oh my god, that's a Crash Team Racing reference? CTR. That's crazy. Drive ahead of the guide's jeep, both into the gates and into the last tunnel. Nice. Get over there without preparations or healing, being stung near the obelisk, and then move the canoptic jar 1 into place. Defeat Red Assassin with Lara's pistols, and don't let him fend off any bullets. Oh, those guys were a pain in the arse. It's just like, oh look, I'm just going to wave this tiny flimsy little piece of metal and completely block your attacks somehow. Oh, of course there's one of this one. Finish the Tomb of Semiket by winning the Senet game. Eliminate an ice wraith or without fire wraith's health or taking any damage. What? No. No, no, no. Those things are a pain in the arse. I don't like them. Do not like them. Blade Outrunner. Do not take any damage from pedestal blades. There's loads here. Once the Guardian breaks through the door, make him smash all 3 panels in 50 seconds or less. I can imagine a lot of these achievements are going to be like for the truly masochistic amongst us. Curtis in Tomb Raider 1, your opinion? Do you know what? That's only going to be a matter of time now that these remasters are coming out and they're all going to be under a unified engine, that someone can port him into other games where he shouldn't belong for funsies. So this is all stuff that I don't remember. Then, Oncroy names the paths right before you choose. Puss boy. Stop it. Achievement name scrapbook at best. Hey, Dr. John. This is how long it's been since I've actually properly played through that. This is fine. Inspector Wadget. Get all the clues you can from Jean-Yves, Mr. French Shatner. Deactivate the trap by hitting all targets with only the normal crossbow arrows. I've done that. I did that in my review because I was an idiot and didn't realize that, oh yeah, I could just use explosive arrows to make this a hell of a lot easier. Nope, I went through one by one, didn't I? Like a knob. Deadshot, blow the skull off when it's in a jump. Huh. I didn't even realize you could do that. Fair enough. There's loads here. Absolutely loads. Prop with no purpose. Obtain Von Croy's glasses. You can do that? I don't remember that at all. Again, it's been a while. Please don't hurt me. Do not get hurt with your replica statue. Oh, I remember that part. I remember that part. Destroy all turrets. Oh, fuck. That turret section in Cairo is going to suck. Hopefully be more tolerable in the remasters, but God almighty, is it going to suck revisiting that part. If the remaster does well and Angel of Darkness gets fixed, what does this mean for the whole unification thing? Or will Angel of Darkness get a sequel like was originally planned? I don't think they would put a sequel to it like originally it was going to get planned. If anything, they would just tie it up in some way in the next game. Like in some kind of like off-screen adventure that is yet to be seen. They will make mention of it. How about your adventure with Mr. Trent? I haven't spoken to him in ages. We kind of parted ways after Castle Kriegler. You know, that sort of thing. Defeat 2 crocodiles whilst being in the same tight space with them. Okay. There is... Pass through the corridors of traps without taking damage. Send scarabs to a grave in the room of Ra. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Oh, and there's a new game plus, because of course there is. Why make this game easier? Break every vessel in a single walkthrough. What does that mean? Does that mean like you have to go through and find all the innocuous looking pots and stuff and just make sure they're all smashed? Jesus, that would drive me insane if I had to do that. I wonder if in Tomb Raider 4 they maintain the loading between levels. I think they might for nostalgia's sake. In the same way that I think they might in Angel of Darkness for the same reason. I don't know. It could be quite interesting if they make it all one big game again. Again? Make it all one big game. Right. Secret achievements. Aha! Finish the Times exclusive level. So that's included. Okay, that confirms that then. Collect all the collectibles in the time exclusive level. 6 out of 0. You've made your own luck. Any ideas what that is, chat? Yeah, I agree with you, Jackie. I think they're just going to make it as faithful as possible. I wonder how New Game Plus would be since they have no save crystals anymore. Very good point. What's everyone's ideas in the chat and theories? Okay. Going on the desk, either sit there or just... Ben, no. Talk amongst yourselves. Excuse me. Open the sarcophagus when there's the terrifying mummy, the totally not fake we promise Egyptian mummy from Egyptian Adventure. I'm glad there's an achievement for that. That's quite cute. Hit the scarab with your motorcycle. Lock both guardians in their cages. Try out all 3 levers. Defeat Amit, Devourer of the Devourer. Fair enough. Right. Here we go. Tomb Raider Chronicles. Here's the achievements for this. So we got all the finish the chapter ones there. It's pretty standard stuff. Finish the opera backstage. So basically complete the tutorial of the game, which is totally optional, but for the achievements, it's not. What a horrid idea. After using the Mouth of Truth, use another one in 16 seconds or less. Mouth of Truth? What's that again? See, this is like showing how long it's been since I've actually played through these. Mad gets up, welcome. What if they'll leave all the TR4 jank for nostalgia's sake? Probably. Mouth of Truth. Hang from the ledge on the ram side without being hurt. Defeat the 5 dogs near the fountain. Do a handstand over the portal gate. Defeat all lions using Uzis. Long live the king. I like it. The Mouth of Truth are the 2 holes she reaches into in Rome. Oh, okay, fair enough. Defeat the last soldier in the Colosseum using only Lara's pistols without taking damage. Okay, that could be one for the challenge runners for sure. Crane game. Pick up all items in the warehouse before the claw drops at least once. Defeat both snipers without being hurt. Don't use any med packs in the submarine level. Okay, interesting. Peculiarities in national fishing. Use all 10 chaff flares to divert torpedoes. There's lots here. It kind of sounds a bit like redundant me saying it, but it's true. Stress level 0. Don't make Lara nervous before she takes the secret and finds the Spear of Destiny. Don't make Lara nervous before she takes the secret and finds the Spear of Destiny. What the hell does that mean? Oh, hello, cat. I have told you once. He's now sitting right behind this screen here. Little shitbag. See if I can catch up with stuff. Wait, the flares are not for remembering the path. I had no idea they can help you avoid torpedoes. Yeah, same, Sabasu. Exactly the same. Shows how much we know about these games, eh? Make Lara nervous. I'm still puzzled about that. She uses more air if she hits the train or gets hit. Is that it? It's just like, make sure you have good health? Okay, interesting. Don't get fire burns. Use the nitrogen canister without taking damage before turning the power off. It's moving the glass of water away from the cat. To perform a clean somersault dive into the well. Okay, that's Ireland. Gallows tree. Don't let the imps hurt you in the gallows tree level. Those little twats. Little ankle biters. That's going to be difficult. Watch all the scenes of young Lara's failures. Fail compilation. Okay, so that's going to be when you try to outrun the horse, right? Because you don't actually die, you just fail. So that makes sense. Make the little imps run in a panic. Before visiting the mill, pick up the secret behind the fires and survive. Seriously, cat, I don't want damaging the stuff. Do you mind? All my projects are saved on that. Ah, nice. Pick up the secrets on the 13th floor. Avoid the lasers. Get to the 13th floor unnoticed. That's 90 points? Wow. That's going to be a pain in the arse. Pain in the arse. Welcome back. Get the teleport disc before the guard cuts the door open. Okay. Run past the panoramic windows without taking damage from the helicopter. Perform a triple somersault dive. Interesting. Okay. Happy birthday, Lara. Happy birthday, Lara. Is that just finishing the game? Sweet dreams. Get the unreachable med pack. Where's that? Unreachable med pack. What I quite like about these achievements is the fact that with the previous remasters, it actually made you aware of certain things that were like sort of like urban myths and whatnot in the original that have been part of the community for years. But now casual players will be like finding out about this stuff completely fresh, like I was. Play it on the 14th maybe, but yeah, but why Chronicles specifically? If that's the case. Post-mortem, beat the game on New Game Plus. Secret achievements, here we go. Defeats the Guardian Head by firing only 2 shots in a row using the laser sight. The Guardian Head. Oh yes, I know the one. I know the one. That's doable. A pain in the arse, but that's doable. Get back at this poser for all of his bullying. Avoid being hit by the ghost skeletons in the chapel. Again, that's going to be made exponentially harder with the with the terrain that's around you and whether or not it's easy enough to run past the pews. Use a hammer to take the shortcut. Defeat the first cyborg. Defeat the second cyborg. Oh, the cyborgs. As long as they make that part, like, not broken, I'm fine to play it again. But Red Alert was possibly one of my most stressful Tomb Raider non-level set creations I have ever played. It really wound me the fuck up. Hey, Jason Chester. We were just talking about you, weirdly enough. And now, the one everyone's been looking forward to, including myself, Angel of Darkness. Let's have a look at the achievements for this. So, we've got pretty much... I think this one's going to be slightly different. We'll get to the secret ones in a second. It's not going to be like level by level. It's going to be just sections now with stuff in between for each section. So, of course, there is one for finishing it called I Feel Stronger Now. Had to do it. Had to do it. Had to include the meme. If I had a coconut, it has to be one. Has to be. Parkour, finish your training in the back alleys. What I'm kind of hoping is that with the back alley training, they include the part that was cut originally and flesh it out so you can actually properly learn about doing the commando crawl and stuff, because that was one big thing that kind of let it down, is the fact there were multiple mechanics that were poorly explained to you, and if they can find a way to re-implement a way of including that part of the tutorial back in, that would be amazing somehow. Parkour. Crime spree. Be rude to Madame Carvier and clean out her apartment before the... Oh my god, there's an achievement for being a bitch to her. That's great. That's great. Not only being a bitch, but completely looting her apartment. That's great. Okay, obtain the gold watch. Surprise the boxers. What, by just jumping into the ring? And then just... Can you jump into the ring and just start fighting them? Achievement for being a bitch unlocked, yes. Land in the ring, presumably. Yeah. Seems like it to me. Stop thumping your tail, Mr. Cat. Coup de grace. Open fire on enemy and finish him off with melee combat. Again, hopefully the melee will be actually usable in this game, in this version. Drop the metal structure on the dance floor before security is aware of your presence. Drop the metal structure to the dance floor. Can you do that? Can it go all the way down to the floor? Oh, before they're aware of your presence. So how is that going to be possible? Because I swear every time that you try and go stealthy in this in that Club Rouge, Moulin Rouge or whatever it's fucking called, Serpent Rouge, part of the game, they just instantly discover you. That's interesting, because if you've got achievements that are actually incentivizing people to use the stealth mechanics in interesting ways, and they're actually not balked, that'd be quite interesting. Hope they changed the biodome in the grand sprawling jungle it was planned to be in the design doc and actually appeared in Jenny's book. That's the thing. I think everyone should temper their expectations accordingly with this. I don't think people are going to completely redesign what's already here. I think if anything, they're just going to enhance what's here. To a point, not to a point where it means completely rebuilding the entire environment. I think what we will find and what we will see from this particular remaster of Angel of Darkness is just a prettier looking version of the one that we got from the original game. So as much as I'd like to say to people, oh yeah, you can expect people to, you know, have all these environments now finally be what they're supposed to be in the original design doc and stuff. I think temper your expectations accordingly, because I don't think that's going to happen. It'd be great if it did. I mean, these are happening, and we didn't think it would happen, so you never know. But just be prepared. Be realistic, I guess. Examine all the Parisian ghetto maps. Learn the password. Obtain the sports watch. Kleptomaniac. Get the V-Packer ammo in St. A-Card's graveyard? Is it A-Card? A-Shard? Good boys. Do not kill any of the dogs or take any damage from them through the whole walkthrough? Throughout the whole game, do not kill any dogs or take any damage. That's going to be interesting. That's definitely going to be interesting. And also, I can foresee that achievement being a massive pain in the ass for people trying to get 100%. You watch this space, this will be one of the ones where people come back to and say that this is going to be a bastard, I reckon. So, I wonder if they fix the voice acting in the Parisian club. Originally, security doesn't speak French, they speak Czech. Again, unless they're planning on re-recording a whole bunch of lines, I think they're going to keep the lines in that are in the original. Superlario. After opening the first valve in the Louvre storm drains, open all others in 5 minutes or less. Oh, God, that fucking part. That fucking part. We got stuck on that last time. Good and proper. Good and proper. Don't trigger an alarm in the Louvre galleries. I can imagine that being fairly easy to get. And don't worry, Liner, I have read your highlighted comment. You'll have to keep posting it now. Unlock the gates to the archaeological dig with no blocked rings on your last turn. Huh. That's just opening the gate, isn't it? Crofter of the Blue. Stealthily defeat a guard at the bottom of the archaeological dig. Huh. This is all stuff that it's kind of like challenging how I think most of us have played this game or known how this game can be played. So that's pretty cool. Get to the bottom of the Tomb of the Ancients in 3 minutes or less. Less, sorry. Fast and the Curious. High flying. Pass through the trap corridor in the Tomb of the Ancients with one swan dive and no damage taken. Challenge accepted, motherfucker. I've just seen Thomas Wrightson's comment. I can climb up on that. I can climb up on that. Use only 2 pillars to take all the items in the Breath of Hades. What? Is that even possible? Well, it obviously must be possible, but holy shit. Okay. That's, yeah. Another thing with the controls with Angel of Darkness Remastered is going to be interesting to see is, especially when they modernize the controls, is whether or not they actually do away with the hop and they just make the controls just better by proxy, so you don't have to use the hop. Because the hop is pretty much like the foolproof way to be able to guarantee that you're going to make a particular jump of a certain short distance. Like those poles in the Halls of Seasons in the fire room with the big pit. But if you had like a much better control scheme, similar to like they've done with the modern controls, would you need the hop still? What do you reckon? Cross the Sanctuary of Flame before it completely gets engulfed in flame and stay alive? Oh, I know that part. Well, look who it is. Hello, Gunsy boy. Long time no see. How you doing, mate? You all right? Welcome. Rocket Woman. Take off in 5 different blocks without taking damage in the Sanctuary of Flame. Okay. Be like water. Don't get any damage in Neptune's Hall. Gotcha. Oh, God. Ghost in a nutshell. I like that. Get Brother Obscura's painting in 1 minute or less without being hurt. To be fair, on our PS2 playthrough, I'm pretty sure we got that. I'm pretty sure that's how long it took me to get that particular puzzle sorted. / boss fight. Escape the Louvre without using a respirator. Healing or leaving any of Gunderson's men alive. Wow, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. Not too bad. Just having a soft celebratory night. Have you been playing through Silent Hill 2 Remastered as well? I'm at the Labyrinth. I've still not finished, but I'm hoping to get it done before I go on holiday. Go to America. I've had my favourite trick is I discovered the Sanctuary of Flame as an achievement now. I told Stella about it back in 2010s when I discovered it. I also learned that Moti's notes that you're originally supposed to... That was what you were meant to do, and the lava was originally oil that you had to cross before it set on fire. All right, okay. Hello, cat. Hello, cat. This boy. He is now returned. He is now on my lap again. Hello, puss boy. Unsettling, please. Come with me if you want the paintings. Don't draw too much attention to yourself in the Strahov Fortress. Okay, stealth past it. Gotcha. Bypass the laser trap in the Strahov fortress without jumping or crawling. Interesting. So that is essentially what we did in the game. On our last playthrough, we tried to essentially use that gigantic spool, that giant wheel that you knock to sort of like go through as like a shield between you and the lasers. Ah, so it is doable. Interesting. Very much been enjoying it. Can I wait to meet up in the States with you? It's been way too long. For sure, man. Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Have you RSVP'd and stuff? I know it's like, this is completely tangential to what we've been actually talking about in the stream. But I sort of like going through my stuff and I don't know if I heard from you that you said that you'd RSVP'd to Carly for the wedding. I know that I am going. Do you mean to say they know that I am going? Okay, cool. Unnatural selection. Defeat all the mutants in the bioresearch facility. Okay, interesting. Do a handstand in front of the big flower in the main botanical greenhouse. Pretty cute. Swan dive into the Leviathan's reservoir. Easy. Easy. Easy, mate. Finish the aquatic research area without feeding the Leviathan. We did that already. We did that already in our last playthrough. Get the Aqualung and hold your breath until the end of the Vault of Trophies without losing health. Isn't that just using... Get the Aqualung and hold your breath until the end of the Vault Trophies without losing health. So you've basically got to pick that up and not use it and just hope you don't run out of air. Or am I misreading that? Isn't that just playing the game normally that you do that? You could do a handstand in AOD? Apparently so. Sandra, apparently. Darwin Awards. Oh, I love... side note, has anyone ever read the Darwin Awards series of stories? If you haven't, please do, because they're honestly absolutely hilarious. I digress. Find all the silliest ways to die. The silliest ways to die. Okay. Okay, care to explain? Silliest ways to die. Oh, I'm glad Lamb John knows. Lamb John knows about the Darwin Awards. Viren, thank you very much there. Synek Viren, thank you very much for the follow there. Thank you. Cash overload. Earn more than 3,500 euros. Not francs. Not anymore. I was in the subreddits. Herman Cain Awards during COVID. It was something. Herman Cain Awards. Not heard of that. Jackie Chan F, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Tactical medicine. Collect all med packs in a sequel. All med packs? Are you kidding me? Does that all also include the sewer chocolate as well? Oh no, wait. There's its own. No sooner did I say that. There's an achievement below. Get all chocolates in a single walkthrough, but don't eat any of them. Are you kidding me? Are you having a giraffe? Do you expect any of us to follow that? You pick up chocolate, you're going to eat it. Yes, it's been in the sewer, but it's still good. It's got a wrapper on it. God, this game. I have indeed skipped over one, though. Thank you for very much pointing that out. 2 of every kind. Find a pair of both Vector R35s and Scorpion X guns. So, confirmation that the dual pistols from the trailer are going to be in the main game and usable without cheats. Hallelujah. That's going to be amazingly interesting to see what that's like. That's going to be really interesting. So that's a big confirmation there from the achievements. Yesterday I put this game on my PS2 to dust off the memory. I started to hate the controls after 3 minutes. Honestly, same. I so much prefer playing it on the PC with the tank controls. The analog controls, I just didn't get on with at all. So I feel your pain. I feel it. Vector is the cutscene pistol. Scorpion X is the machine pistol. So a pair of them? My god, that's going to absolutely rinse through ammunition. Connect and read all the notes in Werner's book. Defeat 2 different non-human enemies by tasting them. Oh, tasting. Why did I think it said tasting? Fucking hell, I need to clean these. I need to clean these glasses. Tasing them. You've got to defeat them by tasing them, not tasting them. Ugh. Won't be with you in just a second. Grandad Steve has got to polish his spectacles. Eldridge, 1804, a vintage year. Yep, and here we go. Confirmation that the corner shooting mechanic's going to get brought back. Defeat an enemy by shooting around the corner. So that was a move that was cut from the original game. No way, there's a 300 reference achievement. This is Lara! Send all undead knights into the pits. Yes, I know exactly what part of the game that's from, and I love doing that, so yeah, that's going to be... Wait, hang on. Is that... let me just enhance that so people can see that. Is that seriously what they've called the New Game Plus achievement for Angel of Darkness being completed? That's hysterical. I love how self-aware this is. But I'm also really curious to know what the fuck a New Game Plus version of Angel of Darkness is going to look like. Never again. Someone's a fan of Millward's book. Platinum name is great. I need to see it. So we've got secret achievements now. Let's go and have a look at these. Defeat the Cleaner. Nice and easy. Defeat the Proto-Nephilim. Defeat Boaz. Defeat Eckhart. Enter the graveyard without giving the trinket box to either Pierre or Bernard. So that means that we have to go to Edgy Mr. Bean and then sell it to him, right? That must be what that is. Buy the Scorpion X gun from Luddick. Snake Eater. Why are you still here? Just to suffer. What the hell is that part of the game about? I like the reference and everything, but... Could you imagine if Hideo Kojima actually made this game? Why are we here? Just a raid? You're just a monkey. Defeat the Proto-Nephilim only using... Wait, hold on. Hold the fuck on here a minute. Are you telling me that when we tried to do this legitimately on the PS2 version as Curtis, that's actually possible, and they're expecting us to do this without taking a single hit? How? Well, I swear to God, like, I say multiple times that I have no influence over how these things turn out. Even though I know certain people that work on these, I have no sway on what their decisions are made, how they fix stuff, what they decide to do. Nothing. At least I don't think. Because if it turns out in some bizarro way that someone has concocted this achievement because they saw me try to do it and thought, oh, that would be a fun thing for people to try and do, then firstly, I'm very sorry. Secondly, I'm very sorry. Are you mad? You know how fast the Proto-Nephilim moves around, right? And you know how slowly Curtis, I've shat my pants, Trent moves around, right? And you're expecting people to be able to do that fight without taking a single hit. Okay. Now I'm expecting an achievement now that says make a cup of tea or something. Lie flat on the ground whilst Eckhart tries to attack you. Dodge Boaz. Evade all of Boaz's projectiles without attacking her during the shelling phase. Okay, fine. Oh, they know. Oh, they fucking know. Defeat Eckhart without going to the ground or taking damage. They fucking know, don't they? They know. Oh. So all these years that people have basically just been doing it illegitimately by just hiding on the ground because Eckhart, as a boss fight, is perhaps one of the worst programmed ones in the entire series. And the fact that you can just lie prone on the ground is to avoid all of his attacks. Great. But now they're actually saying, ha-ha, motherfucker, and they're just going to expect people to, you know, work for this achievement to try and defeat him legitimately. That's hysterical. I love that. I love that so much. Say what you want about this, but this at least has a great sense of humor. Sublime Fish, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Steve, they read your memory card and learnt my strats. Still going to try making a cup of tea. Buy an antidote from the herbalist. By the way, full disclosure, I have no idea what the herbalist is supposed to actually do for you. Like, what his original intent was, and, like, how can he be re-implemented? Like, is it just giving you, like, potions to avoid, like, to counter, like, poison enemies and stuff? Or is there, like, more to it? Buy all gun accessories at the pawn shop. And this is interesting to me. This is very interesting to me because, as far as I know, like, full disclosure, I'm not, like, a big-brained lore expert for the history of this game like Tyranita and other people are, but I didn't think that there was any kind of whisperings of gun accessories being purchasable in this game. But is this now, like, what you were supposed to do with Ren's pawn shop in the Parisian ghetto, but just re-implemented? Like, you can actually buy upgrades for your guns now. Interesting. No, they definitely weren't in the original, I'll give you that. Serenato Magia, thank you very much for the follow. You can visit Ren earlier and buy things from him. But not in the original game. Not like gun upgrades, I didn't think. The herbalist sold medicine that can heal and restore grip meter. You can choose the Hall of Seasons with about 3 of them. Ah, that's going to be crucial, I think, to people being able to get down there and get that trophy really quickly. Just like chugging a load of, like, Monster energy drink and then getting down there super quick. I know I've seen the herbalist because I played through a version of that game on PC that's restored that content back. But in terms of items that he sold, I had no clue. Wait, Curtis gun model with a laser sight scope. Maybe that's the kind of thing. Maybe. I say dual Vectors will be in Ren's pawn shop when you discover him dead and get locked in a storeroom. Pretty sure in the invent test level for objects, there's a gun accessories, I'm pretty sure. Snorting Gwyneth Paltrow's herbal powder. Oh god. Yes, the herbalist is a goop outreach. If you've played the Restoration Project, it unlocks all purchasable options that weren't available in the vanilla, but were in the game files. They're unlocked. Herbalist has a few items, and Ren gives you the Scorpion X's and ammo. Nice. Nice. Hello, B-Layer. And it seems like they're bringing back the Combine feature from the beta versions. Nice. Do you think they'll restore her dual pistols and AOG? Well, just to sort of like bring you up to speed, we've been going through the achievement list, and earlier there is one that is up here. 2 of a kind. Find a pair of both Vectors and Scorpion X. So yes, they are re-implementing dual pistols in this game, which is amazing. Lord knows where she keeps the herbs. Lara is absolutely the goop demographic, rich, white, and believes in mystical things. The difference between goop and the mystical stuff that she finds is that those more important, most crucially, those things actually work, and the goop stuff is just bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Dual pistols and scorpions are reportedly going to be unlocked. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. There's 2 pickups of those guns in vanilla, so I suspect they'll start as single when you find the second one dual wield. Because the amount of times you can just pick single versions of those guns up in that game is just ridiculous. You just end up stockpiling the same weapons over and over and over again. But that's basically it now. And we've reached the end of pretty much what we know. The only thing we can do now is that there was a post that was made. There was a blog post that was released by PlayStation. And it was it was Matthew Ray, the associate brand manager for Aspyr, who are the devs making this game. And they essentially have written a bit of a blog going through things. And I think we'll go through this quite quickly because there are some screenshots that we can have a gander at as well. 25 years ago, we were shocked with the image of Lara Croft hanging from the cliff inside the Egyptian tomb as the credits rolled on Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. It's time for Tomb Raider players to re-experience the next remastered chapters of Lara Croft's darkest adventures. Oh shit. Continuing the legacy of Lara Croft's iconic adventures and following the success of the first remasters, Aspyr and Crystal Dynamics are thrilled to bring Tomb Raider 1 to 6 remastered for PS4, 5, and then everything else, of course, on February 14th, 2025, which to me sounds like that they had this in mind from the get-go, which is really cool. And the fact that these have sold so much, I think there's 100 million copies of this game, digitally and physically, have just gone and been sold is just so cool. So the fact that this is actually a success for them is even better. It's just also going to show that people want to play these games again, and I will champion this. I'll die on the hill of game preservation, even if remastering is the way to do it. Just, yeah, amazing. We need more of this, please. Anyway, I digress. Devs are Saber Interactive again, are they? I figured they probably would, but it's weird how they don't mention Saber Interactive in these, promotional materials. It's just all Aspyr. It's really bizarre, that. Here we go. Her legacy lives on. Tomb Raider began with Core Design's version of the Lara Croft adventures, culminating in the first 6 iconic games, taking fans on globe-trotting adventures with friends, foes, supernatural beings, and so much more. Aspyr and Eidos and Saber partners to bring all 6 of the Core Design games. Oh no, hang on. Aspyr, they did bring them to Mac computers back in the 90s. We're proud to partner again with Crystal and Eidos to complete the Hexology for PlayStation 5 and PS4. Yes, give us a Dino Crisis remake. I'm echoing what Scotty's saying in the chat, Capcom. Do it. Thanks to the amazing Tomb Raider community for all the love and support that they've poured into this franchise. Your dedication has inspired us to bring these classic Core Design games back in the best way possible. Thank you for actually giving us the opportunity to have these. These are such good gifts and such good presents for the community to have, and great acts of game preservation that we're just eternally grateful to everyone who is part of this project and continues to be part of these projects as well. So thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. We can't wait to see how you'll relive or discover for the first time Lara's darkest adventures. Thank you for being a part of her legacy. So here's a recreation of the Tomb Raider Last Revelation box art. Again, Comrade Majewski, however you say his name, that's working his absolute wonders again with this. Although, interestingly, that pose is slightly different to this, but semantics, it still looks amazing. By taking the Amulet of Horus, she unleashes the ancient god Set, fulfilling the ancient prophecy of his return to plunge mankind into darkness. For dedicated fans, the level design brings bigger challenges, more intricate puzzles, and for the first time, the ability to rope swing. Yay! Will Lara escape the Great Pyramid of Giza alive? Yes. But spoilers. And they've taken the American box art version for this because of course they would, because if they had any kind of box art to take a full rendered character model pose version from, it would be this one. And as much as I love the PAL version of the Chronicles box art, which is just her and her big old face in the sky looking moody, this one's definitely a cool pose too. So it's cool that they're recreating it again. Kind of taking continuity out the window and just kind of bringing it back in with the inclusion of the HK instead of the 2 pistols, which she never uses, even in the cutscene. Even if the cutscenes show them, I'm gonna say it now. If you need to add the pistols in, Please. Please, to the VCI chapter, add the pistols as a backup. Because they're in the cutscenes, and she has the holsters for them, so, you know, no excuse. No excuse. I digress. Chronicles centers around 4 separate stories told through flashbacks. New gameplay mechanics like stealth and tightrope balancing are sure to keep newcomers and seasoned players on their toes. Will Lara's body be found? Maybe. Here we go. Tomb Raider, the Angel of Darkness. Accused of the murder of her one-time mentor, Werner von Croy, Lara becomes a fugitive on the run. And there we go. Slightly wider. It's interesting how her proportions change between the PS2 version and, like, Comrade's version. Like, it almost, like, seems like the PS2 version of her face is a bit squished. Don't you think? It's weird, isn't it, side by side? Who's ready for more Death Beetles? Hell yeah. How about giving the SMG ammo pickups as a compromise? Yeah, that'd be quite good. FMV shows the pistol. She loses them in the event. The end. Yeah, that'd be great if she wasn't carrying them in the final cutscene again. I'm pretty sure. Damn it, I left them in the vent. Series of grisly murders brings Lara Croft into the contact with a sinister alchemist from the past and a secret alliance of powerful individuals shrouded in mystery. Experience the final chapter of the core hexology. At least they're calling it the core hexology. You know, they're still kind of giving core design their due, which is good. Her eyes look smaller to you? I think they're around about the same. I think I think it's just a trick of the eye more than anything. Trick of the eye. They actually look a bit wider in this. But I digress. So, key features expanded. So we're getting the same sort of thing that we got through before with the original remasters, which is the ability to toggle through classic graphics and new graphics at a whim. She looks like she's being rendered 16:9 on a 4:3 screen. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Is the PC version widescreen, or is that a 4:3 as well? Because I think that's a first time as well. I'm pretty sure Angel of Darkness on PC isn't widescreen. I could be gaslighting myself, though, because I have recently played it on PS2. Anyway, global adventure journey from across the globe. From the ancient tombs of Egypt and the last revelation to the shadowy streets of Paris in the Angel of Darkness. Uncover the dark secrets, dive into the darkest chapters of Lara's life as she uncovers long-buried secrets and confronts sinister forces. This remaster's collection ensures that the story of Lara's disappearance and subsequent return is more mysterious than ever. But we all know how it ends. AOD supports widescreen. Cool. All the FMVs were in letterbox, there's no problem. Yes. You need to change the monitor aspect ratio in the settings. I thought that might have been. Wait, hang on, AOD and PS2 did. Okay, fair enough. I did play it on that thing, so that's some 4:3 screen. Classic and modern controls. Players can choose between the original tank controls, offering the authentic Tomb Raider experience, or opt for modern controls inspired by the later entries of the series, providing smoother movement and camera control. So basically, it's the same movement controls that we've seen from the original remasters. But what's interesting is that they've got, because you've got more moves at your disposal, you've got these little options here. And also, by the looks of things, you've got shortcuts too that you can make changes to. Interesting. What do we reckon the shortcuts would be? Is that just like letting people know that they can just change weapons by holding down? I think it's like the menu button and then pressing like X, circle, square, triangle to swap through all the different weapons in her arsenal that she had. Or is it something else, do you think? But yeah, shortcuts has me interested. Boss health bars. Again, that's to be expected. So just expect, I think, from this particular remaster, a lot of stuff that you've come to know and love from the first batch of remasters. They're all going to be in this one too. I think that AOD is based on the PC version, so there will be tank controls, not analog controls like on PS2. But there will be with the modern controls. That's the thing. So now we got 2 control schemes, but they behave, and the layouts behave dramatically different from the classic games. From the PS1 Tomb Raider games, I mean. So it's going to be interesting how that pans out. We've seen all the achievements. That's cool. 2 photo modes back. All the poses from the 1 to 3 remastered, as well as some new ones. Ooh, new poses. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. We like new poses. All right, for the community. And then we've got a couple of photos there. A couple of screenshots. Pre-order now and rediscover her darkest adventures. Darkness. I think we're going to cut it quits there because there's not much I can talk about more. And I think we have discussed everything in as much detail that's currently available to us that we can. All I can say is to everyone here, I'm pretty much sharing the same sentiment as you by saying that I'm excited as fuck for this, right? Yeah? We're getting something we never ever thought was possible, and that was Angel of Darkness and the rest, of course, being remastered in the same way that the original 3 games were remastered earlier this year. It's crazy to me that this is happening. It's a great crazy, and it's really good that these games are getting preserved in a really cool way, and I cannot wait to see more of this. Honestly cannot. So excited. So excited. Jason, I know you're in the chat. Good luck with working on this particular one if you are. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of this, for sure. For sure. I don't know who that is, Lino. Will I be streaming New Game Plus Red Alert? At some point. At some point. Aspire, shut up and take my money. I'm uber the moon about it, super happy, can't wait to share in the excitement with everyone when it's out. Very exciting times to be a Tomb Raider fan. Yes, it is. We have 3 of our favourite games remastered, we get an anime which we can enjoy, and now we're going to get 3 more games that we enjoy from the classic era of the series back in our hands by next year. So it is a very good time to be a Tomb Raider fan, and here's hoping that that continues, honestly. Because if they fuck it up somehow, if they somehow fuck this up, if they somehow do it, then we're all going to be here saying I told you so, aren't we? It's going to be absolute hell.